What's up, everybody? Tech Chucker here, and today I've got another review for you of the Hasbro Marvel Legends Sandman Wave Black Suit Spider-Man. That's right, the Symbiote Spider-Man costume. I'm pretty happy with this figure, though there are a few issues that I have to point out, so we'll do that. But before I do, let me know in the comments below what you think of the slight change I made to my reviews. I no longer am putting the background music in with the actual review portion. I'm just doing some music in the intro and a little bit of music in the outro. Yes, I just made up a word. Let me know what you think of it. Hopefully you barely even noticed it. I had some feedback from another viewer, and I thought, you know what, let's give it a shot. I've been thinking about it for a while. But enough about that. Let's crack this thing open and take a closer look. All right, let's take a look at the articulation on this figure. We've seen this body mold before. I believe this is the standard Pizza Spidey, I think. But let's check out the head first. So his head is on a ball peg with a hinge, and he can look up a decent amount. I almost might like it to be up a little bit more, but he can get his chin all the way down into his chest. That's pretty good. Side-to-side motion, there is no issue with that at all. And then he does have a little bit of tilt, not a lot, but just enough, and it works pretty well. Moving into the shoulders, he's got a ball hinge, which is really, really tight on mine, and that the butterfly joint is a little bit loose, so it's really hard to get it. See if I can get it to actually... See, on mine, it's really difficult. I can't get it to go without really struggling. And it doesn't stay in position very well, so I have an issue with it. I can only get mine out about that far, which is far enough, I guess. He does have full rotation of that shoulder, which is good, and then he's got that butterfly joint, which works pretty good. Let's see if I can get this one. See, I gotta the ball hinge. You really gotta finagle this to get it into position. See if I can get it there. But he can move his arms in really good. I'm happy with that. It just takes a little bit to get there. Moving back is pretty good, but yeah, again, you got to get those shoulders positioned just right, and you can see the peg poking out. So I don't know, it just doesn't look that good. I don't recall the Pizza Spidey being like that, so I don't know. He's got an upper bicep swivel, which works good. Double jointed elbows, which also work really good. Mine are really tight. All of the joints on mine are pretty tight, except for the butterfly joint. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I guess tight is better than loose. In his wrist, he's got a peg and a hinge, pretty standard, no issues there. So overall, those are pretty decent. Moving down into the torso, he's got a hinge joint, and it works pretty good. I almost think I wish that he could move a little bit further forward. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty decent. Back is pretty good. No problems there. He's got a waist swivel, which works really good. No problems there. Moving down into the hips, of course, the hips. He's got, what is it, T-jointed ball joints in the hips, and it's kind of limited, especially for a Spider-Man. I don't know, same issue. I'm not going to keep talking about it, but this is as far as he's going to be able to do the splits, feet flat on the floor. That's decent enough. Should be better. He can kick forward this much, which is really good. I'm happy with that. You know, if for Spider-Man, it probably could go a little further, but I'm not going to complain. He can barely kick back, and look at that. That looks terrible. We're going to talk about this in the sculpt area a little bit more. Moving on, he's got a upper thigh cut, which works good. Double jointed knees, those also work pretty well, but again, mine are really tight. There you go. There is no upper shin cut, which I'm fine with. The ankle hinge works good back. Forward is actually pretty decent, though I wish he could go just a hair more. Just a little bit more would help with some of the posing, but it's still pretty good. And then there is an ankle rocker, which works really good. I'm happy with it overall. So there are a couple of issues with the articulation, but for the most part, it's really just the tightness and then the looseness. Yeah, we'll call that a word. The loose issue with the butterfly joints on mine. So overall, pretty darn happy with it. So there's not a lot to talk about in terms of the sculpt, as this seems to be pretty much an entire repaint of the Pete's Spidey body mold, I think. Aside from the head sculpt I like for the most part. It's pretty clean. They painted it pretty good. The eyes are clean. They're nice and big. So you know, I'm happy with that. Uh, Overall, I think the head, you know, there's something about it that I'm not a huge fan of. But overall, it's good. I mean, it's black and white. You can't mess up the paint unless it's really, really messy. I think what I don't like, let's pop this head off, is I'm not a huge fan of how they cut out the chin and how, you know, there's nothing there. I get it. It helps with the articulation, I believe. It just, I don't know, something irks me that there's no chin there. But whatever. You're not going to see it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. Moving down into the torso, they painted the symbiote symbol pretty clean. There's a few areas where there's some missing paint, but you know, it's not too bad. In the butterfly, this is where the sculpt and whatnot gets a little bit weird, and I don't recall if Pizza Spidey was like that, but you know, it's okay. There's not really a lot of paint anywhere else throughout, but my biggest gripe is really in the hip area, and it's more so in the waist crotch piece. That they need to thicken that a bit, because it just, I mean, to have those hips jutting out so much, I don't know. I like the feet. The feet are good, except they are a little thin. We've seen these before. I've never seen someone's foot that thin. I don't know. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this body mold because the articulation is good. Aesthetically, it looks good. It looks like a Spider-Man. So, you know, I can get past the couple of issues that I have. He's very, very fun to play with. So, you know, I really can't be too overly critical about this figure. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to talk accessories and have this go on for a long, long time? Well, we're not going to be able to do that with this particular figure. Black Suit Spidey comes with just one accessory, which is an alternate set of hands. So he comes with two sets of hands. The first set is a set of fist hands. We've seen these a million times. There's nothing wrong with them. I do wish that they had sculpted the thwipping piece on them instead of just the dot. Whatever. Then he also comes with a set of wall crawling hands, which we've seen these also a million times. I like them. There's nothing wrong with them. They're painted fairly cleanly, sculpted great. But here's the issue. No thwipping hands? Are you serious? Come on, Hasbro. This is the second Spider-Man figure in this wave that we've gotten without thwipping hands. At least we got the wall crawling hands with this guy. I don't know. I can't believe it. I can't believe we didn't get any thwipping hands with this guy. Whatever. Nothing else. You know, whatever. So overall, I like this figure. It's pretty solid, but I don't know. I feel like we're getting kind of the shaft without the extra accessories. What do you guys think? Is this your favorite figure? Did Hasbro do a great job with it? I don't know. I like it, but it's not my favorite by any means.
Alrighty folks, I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already done so, click the subscribe button. Check out some of my other videos. You can see them right up here and down here. Also, check out the featured video that I've got here. Every single video I'm going to feature someone else's video. Somebody who has a channel, either it's an up-and-comer like myself or somebody who's an old pro. Whatever it is, it's going to be awesome, so make sure you go check it out, like their content, subscribe to their channel, and until next time, I'll see you later.
Tech Checkers Brain Blast.